I imagine the listeners also wondering about their kids. What are some of the signs? How can parents see uh, habits that are unhealthy in their kids, and what are some of the signs that they're existing? Because it's kind
Yes.
of invisible to most of us, I think. This is not something we think about. It's not something we pay attention to. It's not something we look for.
Oh, so it's not something that parents look for. It's not something that medical doctors look for in
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah.
I know there's been, even today, you will have thousands of kids going into a doctor's surgery with their mouth open, and they're walking back out with their mouth open. So, what should a parent look for? Does your child have any susceptibility to a stuffy nose? Does your child have asthma? Does your child, when they are eating their meal, are they breathing through their mouth and eating at the same time? Because it'll kind of drive parents slightly crazy, and the parents will pick up on it. Does your child snore? But do you even hear your child breathing? You shouldn't even hear your child breathing during sleep. And I'm not meaning that they stop breathing. That's even worse again. Um, does your child often have audible breathing during the day? Do they run out of air while talking? When the child wakes up in the morning, do they have bad breath? How is the clothes of the child, the bedclothes? So, for example, when you go into the child's room, are the bedclothes all over the place? And that would indicate that the child has had a very, very restless sleep. Because normally, what can happen is when a child does stop breathing, they often change position in the bed. So their bedclothes are all over the place. What symptoms as a result of it? What's the child's dental health like? Mouth breathing children are much more prone to dental cavities and dental issues. Saliva is a natural anti-plaque agent. And saliva is very important because it changes the microbiome in the mouth. But if the mouth is dry, that in turn, then you've got an increased Streptococcus mutans. And of course, the bacteria in the mouth has changed. And of course, where are we swallowing? Well, we're swallowing that into the stomach. So we can actually alter then the microbiome in the stomach. Does the child have crooked teeth? Mouth breathing children are more prone to crooked teeth because when the mouth is closed, the tongue is naturally resting up against the roof of the mouth. And the tongue is the organ that helps to shape the top jaw of the maxilla. So the top jaw is developed around the pressures that are exerted by the tongue, and the tongue is wide and U-shaped. How is the child doing academically? You talked about your own child there with sleep. And again, many kids, do they have difficulty concentrating in school? I'm not saying that all children with ADHD is as a result of poor breathing. I'm not saying that. But I'm going to say this. Any child with ADHD is poor sleep. So I'm not
Well,
saying
you
that
got to
it's
check.
absolutely. It's not necessarily that the poor sleep is causing the ADHD, but definitely in our experience, children who are coming in and they have difficulty concentrating, they can't hold attention, their mood is impacted, their hyperactivity. One needs to look at sleep quality there. It can be a red flag. So those are the things to look out for.